What's up, pimps and players, and welcome back to DML. So today we are actually hatching 3 new dragons on this account, and on top of that we are also going to be starting our breeding for the pumpkin dragon, because this guy I have never managed to get before. He is the new dragon of the week, of course, his combo being the UV plus dust dragons, and we do know what all the possible outcomes are, so we will try that as soon as we get all of these dragons actually hatched and ready to go. So these of course are all of the Norse divine dragons out of the divine chest for this week. So we will start off with the first one, which was our little rare Elkhound dragon. And again, I can't get over the fact that his shield looks like a gigantic pool float to me. I'm sorry, that is all that I can see. But a very adorable little puppy we've got here. So the Elkhound dragon is one of the most loyal dragons out there. It will stand by its trainer through thick and thin, protecting them no matter what. And best of all, it's fluffy! That is actually too true. So, only being a void and water dragon makes him pretty to be honest with you. But, I mean, if he's your only rare dragon you've ever had, I guess you could use him for a little while, as long as you, I suppose, like the design of him. So we have him there. Next up, we got the Ratatoskr dragon, which has a very intriguing egg. He has, like, gigantic crystal spikes on the side of him, which, I don't know, that would hurt, I'd imagine. So the Ratatoskr dragon is a real troublemaker. Primarily, it's a messenger for the Northern Divines, but it enjoys spreading gossip and starting rumours even more than it enjoys doing its job. That's very naughty of you. Very naughty of you, little baby Ratatoskr. So, the Ratatoskr is an energy, plant, and earth dragon. Again, not a particularly good dragon, to be honest with you. Very mediocre, I would say. It's just, its attack stat and everything just is not high enough for it. And, you know, while we're here, I'm actually going to ascend. Wait, what is the button to do it? There we go. I'm going to ascend that random regal dragon that we have because I have no other use for it. And then finally, we have the Eikthyrnir, basically. So this is like an almost muddy deer, is what it sort of looks like to me. I really like its baby though, really do. So the Eikthyrnir dragon enjoys chowing down on the branches of the great tree, the same one the Nidhogg dragon likes to chomp on. The sap from this dragon's gnawing is said to create rivers. And the Eikthyrnir dragon actually is not too bad for an epic dragon. 67 base still, which is annoying, but shadow, plant, and water. He provides a lot of damage in his damage over time attacks with plant and shadow, but his water also gives him a little bit of a utility for the team. So, there is dragon number 2 for our Brave Bones collection, so I'm glad that we have it. But little Petey here, again, I think if he's one of your first epics that you've ever gotten in game, just because you managed to get it from the event, he actually really would not be too bad for a newer player. So, you know, there are better epics out there as a whole. Oh, thank you for the divine tickets, by the way. I appreciate that. But just keep that in mind if you are considering potentially using it. So we'll level him up to level 10, and oh, I like his adult form as well. He looks cute. I prefer this guy. I think he looks cuter than the Elkhound, personally. Like, I get why people like the Elkhound. It's just, I don't know, he's my thing. Like, little Stree, I get it. You love massive mutton chops. Doing his little dance towards his food. I get it. I get why people like it. I've just always sort of preferred the looks of deers to dogs. Is that a weird... I think that's a really weird sentence to say, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I do like his little decals that he's got. Like, he's got a little neck brace or something on. Maybe for decorative purposes. Maybe to signify that he's part of some sort of clan. I don't know. But I can appreciate that. And then, of course, the final one is a knit. Oh, I've got a knit in my hair. What a funny joke, Quacks. You should be a stand-up comedian. Jesus Christ, what's happened to me? Look, I had a very annoying morning trying to get back to my house. You would not believe. Literally, an hour and a half bus journey to get to my house when it is a 5-minute drive away. I'm absolutely livid. So, my mind is... It's here, there, and everywhere. Left, right, and centre. So I come home and the first thing I do is hatch these dragons. I do also have Mountain Dew with me, which is a nice thing, but still. That's all 3 of those dragons done. So we will pop the Regal and Fire out from the hatchery, and now we can finally start trying to breed for this pumpkin. So like I said, combo for it is UV plus dust, and we will go ahead and see what we get the first try. That is an 8-hour breeding time non-VIP, which is obviously not the breeding time for the pumpkin himself, because we have already looked through this on the wiki before, but you can see all the possible outcomes here. You know, all of this are the crap ones, then you can get the brick, you can get a lightning dragon, which might be useful for some newer players, and then we have the pumpkin and black armor sharing the same breeding time of 16 hours non-VIP. So, don't get me wrong, it's probably still going to be very annoying trying to get the pumpkin, especially considering that you need to remember that we do have Chapter 3 of the Divine event starting not too long from now. So realistically, if you really didn't want to waste any points in the event, you shouldn't be breeding anything right now. But hey, I don't care enough, so I'm gonna do it anyway. But you know, since we got those last few tickets from the Nordic missions event, I think what we'll do is we'll just go and spend them, because there is no point to saving any of your divine tickets. You need to spend them now. You cannot save them and hoard them for the future. It does not work. It does not work. Come on, it's time for frigg, am I right? 120 pieces, go. Well, whatever, we got a duplicate. Fine, I'll get a duplicate Elkhound, why not? We did get 2 singular pieces for the frigg. I guess it could be worse, right? Just think, every single pack that is a divine pack, that could be a full frigg dragon in there. The likelihood of that is 0.001%, but the chance is there. The chance is there, my dudes and dudettes. But apart from that, we've got like nothing else to really get out of this, unless you want to give me free VIP tickets. Hello? Free VIP ticket, you gonna give me one? Oh my god, it did! Beautiful game. Beautiful, I love it. Alright, well that's pretty much all that I was really hoping for out of these chests anyway. So, you know, it hasn't been that successful with the Divine yet again. Of course, like every time. Oh, another VIP ticket! Oh, again, you're too kind! It's beautiful! So, overall, after 200 divine chests, we got 36 pieces for the frigg dragon, including the 3 free ones that you get out of that catch-up chest. So, feels bad. Didn't expect anything different, but hey, that is how we ended by the end of all of this. But I wasn't here for like a day and a half as well, so you got to factor that in on top of everything else. But that is what the dealio is. Really, I forgot to do these as well. Fine, I'll open another 8. Oh my god, it's like you think it's the end and then it just keeps going. That was very anticlimactic, wasn't it? When we had to restart again. There you go. Final chest. This should actually be the last one now. Okay, what is it? A singular piece for Eikthyrnir. Fine, whatever. I don't care. I don't care anymore. Just get these divine tickets out of my face for a week. Ugh. Oh well. So, now we have a decent amount of food. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop in 6-hour squarey berries. And since we got all of those VIP tickets, I'm going to activate one of them. And then we can use Kronos. And then the breeding time for this thing will basically be done. So that would be very handy for us, because obviously we want everything ready for when the actual event begins. So you don't want to put in long timers, you don't want to put in long breeds at the moment, you know, all the general stuff, because Castle Event Part 3 is not going to be a joke. Castle Event Part 3 is going to be a massive pain in the butt cheeks, more than I would ever like to admit. But we got some free food out of that, not too shabby. So now we'll pop in the hour-long spring cherries, whatever, it'll be ready in time for the event. We'll collect everything with our gold vault, and then we will skip this breeding. Thank you, Disney Magic Kingdoms, for providing me with that time skip. Beautiful. I love it. I hate having to watch your ads, but I do appreciate the help that they provide. And a second attempt is a 4-hour, 47-minute breeding time. So again, garbage. So that was useless. But we haven't actually taken those 3 dragons that we hatched into a fight yet. So I'm going to do that nice and quick. That's a level 10 boss fight. Probably shouldn't do that one. That's level 12. Yeah, sure. Why not? Do we even know what elements they all have? I didn't really remember. It's just when we scroll all the way down, we're going to have to do this for each of them. So this is going to take absolutely forever. I know that the other one is Shadow. And then, what was it? I've already forgotten the Elkhound's elements. That's the one that I was mainly thinking of. How have I already forgotten? I seriously have to go and sit through and scroll through every single dragon that we have. There we go. Well, let's see how they fare against these random Lamino and orange dragons. I mean, like I said, Eikthyrnir is going to be really good for early players, especially since Shadow is quite strong against quite a lot of early dragons as well. I mean, Shadow in general is just really overpowered and has been since its release day. So that's why I always recommend having a Shadow Dragon on your team. Again, if you can have an aggressive Shadow Dragon, that's the best thing that you can do. But hey, it's up to you how you want to play. You do you. Are we actually going to lose this fight? Are you serious? Miss. Balls! Ay caramba. Fine, I'll do this fight instead. We'll see how it goes, won't we? I spend that long trying to find you in my list of dragons and then you fail the fight for me. I'm slowly but surely losing the will to live. Rest in peace, me! Nah, but honestly, this team does suck. There's like no legendaries, no divines, nobody's got upgraded elements or anything. So obviously it's not going to be strong. I'm just doing it for the sake of the... Like, we just hatched them, for goodness sake. What do you expect? They are new babies. They're trying their best. There we go. There's one successful fight for today. Are you happy now? Do you appreciate it? Good, I'm glad. Like, holy goodness gracious me. But anyway, I think that is everything that I wanted to do for now. So, like I said, make sure you are prepared for Chapter 3 of the event. Do not put in long timers or you will screw yourself over. It's as simple as that. Just think before you do things. So many people go, but Quacks, I put in the 2-day long food just before the event began. What do I do now? Oh, that's your own fault, isn't it? You should have not done that. Wow, what a revolutionary thought. Just don't do it in the first place. Just think before you're putting stuff in. Just be cautious around event period time. That's all that you need to think. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining me in our hatching and our first breeding attempts for that new dragon. And I will hopefully see you soon.